October 20 and 22nd marked the annual Marshallese Trade Fair. Residents of U.S. Army Garrison Kwajalein Atoll welcomed Marshallese artisans, farmers, and vendors to Kwajalein.
On behalf of the people and the government of the Marshall Islands, I would like to convey our sincere gratitude for the continued support and the facilitation of this very important event, allowing our farmers and our local producers the opportunity to showcase and market their goods here on Kwajalein for the 15th year. And we thank you for keeping the Marshallese Trade Fair alive. We brought with us, as Major Lucario said, a variety of fruits, vegetables, fresh and frozen fish, and of course our infamous animonos, and many more.
The event is coordinated through the RMI Ministry of Natural Resources and Commerce and sponsored by USACA Command. It encourages friendship and communications between residents of Kwaj and other islands in the Kwajalein Atoll.
Anything and everything, just new things, new designs. This is new, this is a different style.
What do we have
really
here?
Excited about. This is a necklace, handicrafts made from shells.
Oh, very cool. Are you going to use that for yourself or send that home? For,
Absolutely, I'm going to keep it for myself, but it's hard. I buy things for other people, but I tend to keep them because they're so precious, they're so cool, and it's stunning. This is exactly what I was looking for.
Throughout the afternoon, a steady stream of residents visited to purchase fish jerky, fresh lobster, wahoo, and tuna.
Got some tuna.
Great.
Yeah, I know.
What else are you looking for?
There's some lobster up here. I'm gonna check that out.
Vendors brought items from locations throughout the Marshall Islands, like Ebi. Residents traveled from tables decorated in shell bead necklaces and colorful flower crowns and bracelets to display laden with bright yellow and green organic pandanus, guava, papaya, and bananas.
We're selling these local products. They're made of coconut and local oil, and you can use it as lotion when you go to the beach and sunblock.
Good for the skin?
Original t-shirts, jewelry, soaps, candles, and oils manufactured from coconuts were among popular items purchased as gifts for off-island relatives.
This is what called lichakwe, and it is called pure coconut oil, and it's good for your skin, smoothens out. It's the best oil in the world, and it's made in the Marshall Islands. Thank you.
While this is the 15th year of the event, this is the third occasion USACA has hosted a 2-day trade fair. Residents and vendors alike enjoyed their time at the trade fair and looked forward to returning again next year. Recently, AFN staff got the opportunity to visit Nikki Ellis at the cold storage facility. We got to sit down and talk to her about the process of how our food comes from various vendors to our plates and all the steps in between, as well as the importance of this facility.
I'm the Class 1 manager for food warehousing here at Kwajalein. I've been on Kwaj 4 years and some months. I've always been here at cold storage. I've always worked in the Class 1 warehousing. Basically, we feed the garrison.
They receive product in one of two ways, either by sea or by air.
The vessel docks roughly every 2 weeks, comes in through Matson to the big barge out every other week. That brings us our containerized food, which is temperature controlled, container units, frozen and chill, and it brings us the majority of our foods. Also, we have air freight, which comes in on the C-17 or ATI, which brings us our fresh vegetables, things that cannot sustain long voyages. The difference between the two, for the vegetable side, yes, we get vegetables by sea, but that's what we consider hardy. Ground vegetables, anything under the ground can travel. Everything above the ground should be flown. Yeah, transportation takes care of the vessel operation side, as far as downloading the vessel via the cranes and the T-Rex. They'll load them the flatbed trucks to bring them over and then put them in our yard. Once they get to our yard, then we log them in, temperature controls, make sure everything is right, check for the data along the route, make sure nothing happened. Everything is inspected by the food inspector for general health and consumption. Nothing leaves this building without having been inspected. If we get things that are damaged or expired or there were issues en route, then those items are segregated, properly documented, and destroyed. We rarely have incidents like that, but when they do, it tends to affect a lot of things. We're on a very routine schedule. If something happens with the weather, it may delay the ship, which means the delay on the rollover of material. You know, we order so we can sustain ourselves vessel to vessel with leeway. If we lose a chill or dairy container in particular, it's a large impact on the island because it affects everybody. But we have plans in place for that, which is why we order the quantities we do for situations like that. And then if it arises, there's all kinds of mitigated issues and plans in place to alleviate that problem. Once the material's here, received from the ship transportation, it's stored in the warehouse until it's requested. The stores, with the exception of APs, we supply their food. So they submit to us a request for the items they need, and then we go out and just basically hit the aisles and pull it all down and deliver it. We deliver out weekly. They submit it to us, and then we get it to them by the end of the week. You get an order sheet. It tells you how many, what item. You pull it, confirm the dates, make sure we're not sending out things that are expired, and load it up. If it's going to Roy No More, the same process. They submit requisitions to us. We pull the items, then we load into containers, and it rides the LCM to Roy.
So what am I gearing up for? How cold is it going to be?
Well, 38 degrees is not bad short term, but when you're in there for a couple of hours, it can get to you. So what you're preparing for is...
And they're in there for 6 hours, 7 hours doing all these orders, right? So
yes. I mean, we work an 8-hour day like everybody else, 6 days a week, so it gets cold pretty quick.
Let's go.
Now you're ready for a freezer walk. First, you're going to go out to our main receiving floor. The main receiving floor is where we bring everything in to process. It runs somewhere between 38 and 43 degrees, give or take. That's where we literally intake everything. It'll be broken down, segregated, identified. We'll receive it in by the item description, UPC code, quantities, check the dates, log everything onto our records. Then we'll go to chills 1, 2, and 3, and 4, where we hold everything that's temperature rated between 30 degrees and 40 degrees. Each room has a varied temperature based on the items inside of it. After that, you have the freeze areas.
-5 degrees here.
We have freezer 1, 2, and freeze, we're going to call it freeze 3 now. It used to be a freeze stage, but now holds stock due to the amount of inventory we currently hold. Outside of that is our main floor, main outside container area, which is what we call the parking lot, where we store all the containers while they're waiting to be downloaded, and then uploaded if we're sending out to Roy No More or outside vessels. Without my RMI workforce, they do everything here in this building. It is a team effort. We all chip in. Even myself, I'll work the ice plant if need be. If I have to pull items from the shelf, I can do that. But it is my RMI workforce that make it all happen. A lot of them have been working on island, 15 years or more. And most of the guys here in my building have been working here in this building since it was built in 2004. So they have seen it all, the ins, the outs. They know the products, they know the movement. They can tell me in advance, hey boss, this is gonna be a problem, or we don't have the room for this, this is not something we normally carry. And it helps us with the ordering process because they know this information that comes over time. I learned a lot from them as far as the products because I didn't start in this office. I started out as a lead, worked my way up, so they taught me everything I know. I like what I do. I enjoy warehousing. I've worked supply for a number of years. This environment is one of the better ones I've been in. I've been in the sandbox, and I've done the desert thing in multiple letters. I have worked stateside, but this is it. It's an island. Water's beautiful. I get to fish when I want, go out on the boat, and I got a great team. They do what needs to be done without a whole lot of questions. It's pretty routine here, and I like that. We run a pretty basic operation, and we keep it simple, which is always the key.
FMWR brought in comedians Dana Moon, Erica Rhodes, and Johnny Cardella for a night of entertainment, laughter, and of course pizza. October 30th, outside the Ocean View Club.
I hate to say it, guys, I broke the rules today. I ran over a bicyclist. Sorry, I took him out. Took him out, man. I was in my golf cart going 0.1 miles an hour. Took him out! He got up, kicked my ass, and I realized the rules, but I didn't see the little below thing right there.
Comedians were hit with dramatic changes when they arrived due to their last stop being Alaska, and made comments about how different it is here.
Kwaj. Now everybody says, in Alaska, they would answer everything with, well, it's Alaska. It's Alaska, like any weird thing. And here it's like, welcome to Kwaj. Welcome to Kwaj. But you guys are a way better crowd than Alaska, I'll tell you that. They were cold, like, literally.
Some even made observations about Kwaj and played jokes into their set because...
Relatable material. Connecticut is an interesting place because everybody is really pretentious. They have a lot of money. They're like judgy. Like everybody in Connecticut thinks they're better than everybody else, except me. I got out of there because I'm better than all of those losers.
Can we get some more cones? Do you guys have a plane that just flies cones in? Are you guys that lame? You can't see the rope tied to the piece of metal? You need cones as adult human beings? I don't know. What did I trip over?
Sir?
Ow!
Excuse me, sir?
Ow! Alright, I'm running away.
Sir, it's like 3 in the morning. I gotta get up in an hour and a half. I'm very tired. Can you just keep it down, please? Sir?
Oh, I got you! Yeah! Finally, one kill after like 40 minutes. Hey, don't mess with me. What's going on? Hey, what the? Hey, come on, man.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Can you just lower your voice?
Hey!
Please, sir.
Patty cake. Yeah! I'm doing good. I died 10 times. I only had 1 kill.
Sir, come on, dude. I gotta be up in like a little over an hour. I'm exhausted. I have a long day ahead of me. Come on.
Come back.
Hey, it's this guy in here. He's freaking out about something. He's yelling about. I don't know what it is.
Oh my
Excuse me, sir?
Whoa.
Can you hear me?
Guys, add me on Snapchat.
Sir?
Hey, how old are you guys? I was born in the 90s.
301. Come on, dude. Open up. Come on, buddy.
Are you guys seeing this? Oh my God, this is crazy, man. I'm floating. Oh, snap.
What is this guy talking about? What?
I'm trying to go to sleep, man. What's going on?
It's this guy in here. He's.
I can hear
Yell at him.
Illuminati, guys.
Shut up!
Dude, shut up. Come on.
What?
Shut up!
Come on. Hey, dude. Hey. Open
Yo,
the door.
what? Who's?
Shut up! Shut up!
Come on. It's 3 in the morning. Come on.
Come on, man.
It's so late.
Shut up!
It's 3 in the
Shut up.
morning. What is
Come
your
on,
deal?
man.
You've been doing this for hours,
Try to go to
man.
sleep.
I need to be up in an hour.